Hello, hello. Welcome to the City of Healing, where the city resides within. Welcome, everyone. I just wanted to come forth briefly to do a brief share. Just looking at one of my old magazines, Lion's Roar. I really like this magazine because it's so holistic and very interesting. You know, even though I'm not a Buddhist, I like reading about some of the meaningful articles that they have in reference to health benefits of meditation and how to medicine Buddha meditation and why the Buddha is called the great physician. You know, topics like that very much so interest me. Anyway, that's not what I'm here really to talk about. But what I wanted to really come forth is to come forth and talk about sprouted short brown rice. And there's a lot of, I think, controversy about consuming rice. Now, white rice, very, very rarely do I eat white rice. If I'm eating rice, it's sprouted brown rice or black rice. And black rice is another subject, but it's very nutrient dense and very good for you. But sprouted short brown rice is what I want to talk about. It's germinated, sprouted, and basically what it is set in water and it's allowed to sprout or germinate a little embryo, and you see a little tail on it. And basically then it's dried out, maybe in the sun, and then it's packaged basically. And when it's done like that, it gets rid of the phytic acid, and the phytic acid basically makes it very, very hard to digest. You know, that's another reason why, you know, people soak their nuts, you know, like walnuts and almonds and etc. like that, because of the phytic acid. Makes it very hard to absorb the nutrients that the nut or the grain has. So that's the importance of basically sprouting rice, specifically brown rice. And brown rice is very nutrient dense. It has so many different vitamins and minerals like selenium and zinc, vitamins like vitamin A and E. We can go on and on and on. It also, research has been shown the benefits of GABA that it has, the brain gut connection, and the importance it is to the nervous system and calming the nervous system specifically. So that is the reason why brown rice is so nutrient dense and so healthy for the gut. And so what I did was I made a delicious soup, which I really wanted to turn into a congee. And basically congee, I was introduced to that years ago when I worked at a Chinese restaurant. And in the Chinese restaurant, we were not allowed to, well, we could eat whatever we want, but they told us that we could not eat the Chinese American food. We had to eat the food prepared for the workers there. And of course, I was the only African American woman there, or the African American period. And so I was very new to Chinese real food. But anyway, we consumed a lot of broths. We ate a lot of ginger. We ate a lot of fermented foods and congee. And basically, congee at the time looked like a soupy baby food. But it was delicious depending on how you seasoned it. But I made this congee, this soup that I tried to get my kids to eat, but they did not. But basically, I made it out of a chicken broth. I basically cooked some chicken with some bones and fat and cartilage in it. And this cooking it like that is very nourishing for the gut and healing for the gut because of the collagen content, of course, and the healing effects and the calming effects that it has on the gut. And then when it was done, I added, some sprouted brown rice. And sprouted brown rice is quicker to cook, you know, because it's been sprouted. So it's very quick, when it's ready to be eaten. And I also added some vegetables and some seasoning. And basically, it was cooked so that it looked very soupy. And if I wanted to thicken it up, I could add more vegetables, etc. But to me, it was very delicious. It's very good and healing for the gut. And I had it 3 times today and a couple of times yesterday, of course. But I had it this morning for breakfast, more soupy, and I added some avocado to it. And avocado is very much so a superfood and very good for you. And I had it for lunch, and I added the other half of the avocado to it. And then for dinner, I had it again, but I put some sauerkraut in it, as well as some pita chips, and it was really, really delicious to me. So those are the types of foods that I like to eat, especially if it's nourishing to the gut. I want to incorporate, more chicken broth in my diet, healing my gut, as I shared in some of my previous videos that I did delete, that I was in the process of having healthier hair. And healthier hair does consist of collagen food, and so what I wanted to incorporate, was this bone broth, was this sprouted short brown rice, because the balding or thinning spots, a hole in your nutrition or your gut means there's some holes, in your hair, so to speak. That metaphor, as above, so below. So I took that as taking better care of my gut, even though medically, when I go to the doctor, I'm pretty healthy, I'm older, and I don't have any illnesses. So they don't show that. But other things that I consider that I need to improve upon, I take it upon myself and do it myself. So I just wanted to come forth and share, if you haven't incorporated sprouted brown rice, if you want to consume rice. Brown rice tastes very similar. It tastes better, actually, to me than white rice. So if you don't mind, go check you out some, see how it tastes, and take better care, take charge of your health. Anyway, thanks for visiting the city, and I hope you all have a great evening. Hope this was helpful. Take care.